welcome to week 3 of our Cork City Marathon training plan. We are joined by usual Ken Nason. Ken, welcome back.
More thanks.
And we have our returning visitor, Brian Ahern. How are you, Brian?
Good to be back. He survived great without me last week, and I watched as a spectator last week. He did a good job, so he passed the test. So we're back again for week 3. Can you imagine week 3 already?
I know, it's actually flying by. The wheels have been working for, a couple of weeks' time when we start off the sessions. But Ken, we still have another 2 weeks of phase building here. So what's week 3 for everybody?
Okay, week 3, we're just going to build up a bit more on the runs, just a slight bit. So Monday's rest, Tuesday would be 25 to 30 minutes. Wednesday, small bit added in there, 35 to 40 minutes. Saturday, we're going to keep it 20 minutes to 25 minutes. Sunday's long run would be 1 hour and 10 to 1 hour and 20 minutes.
So again, just for anyone, so Tuesday 25 to 30, Wednesday 35 to 40, Saturday knocking back by about 5 minutes to 20 to 25.
Yeah,
and then Sunday you're going a fraction longer, you're going 1 hour and 10 to 1 hour 20. So these longer runs now are starting to go a little bit on. Ken, are these all still again conversations?
Yeah, still conversated. We're just building foundation for like a lot of the harder work kind of middle of the program. But it's important to do this now because it'll make this stuff later on easier to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Cool. So, and again, we're getting a lot of great feedback, obviously, from people as well. So everything you're saying is great. So really, people are listening in and following, which is great.
Yeah, exactly. And look, we have a few questions we're going to come to in a few minutes. But we had a competition, Ken, last week to celebrate Brian not being here, which was, of course, for the Body Light torch, which is here from Body Light, available in the Edge Sport. So thank you to both of them for sponsoring the prize. And we have a winner. I videoed it earlier. So here's the clip. And well done to Paul Dowling on winning the Body Light. So Paul will be in contact with you. Brian was trying to get it off me the last day for his few evenings runs, but I wouldn't allow him. So well done to Paul. You're the winner.
I have to say, this Runner's Diary podcast is giving away more prizes. I swear, like, we're just too good to people.
And Brian,
crazy.
We're not finished.
You're joking.
Finished. No, we're not finished. We have precision fueling, bottle, and carb drink to give away this week. So
excellent.
There we go. So we've got to give away again. Now again, this is only on the YouTube channel. So again, same as last time, subscribe to the show and drop us a comment down below. To our questions, we got a few questions in. Brian, do you want to start off with Ken there first?
Yeah, so our first question in is, what would you recommend a person would do for a warm-up before a run?
Okay, so basically for warming up, you want to warm up, not with static stretches like you would do when you warming down or cooling down. You would basically use things like band walks or kind of hip walks and things like that, right? Where a lot of that stuff you can look up on, say, YouTube links, and it will show you how to do things. Like warming up from the feet and things like that, you can do things like toe walks and heel walks. But everything you're looking at is dynamic because it should involve movement. Static stretching should be done only after running as a warm-up.
And Ken, is this recommended before every run or ideally before long runs, or would you do it before every run?
You can do a couple of minutes before every run. It's like you can throw in things like activations and stuff like that as well, right? So someone's sitting in a chair all day, sitting down, and muscles being in shortened positions like glutes and things like that, it is ideal to kind of 5 minutes before you go out running is to do band walks or stuff like that to activate the glutes, because if those muscles are in a shortened position and not activated, then they're not going to be efficiently be used when you're actually running.
Yeah, so 5 minutes to 10 minutes max before you kind of use that offer. Perfect.
And again, we have only a certain amount of time here to talk about this. But again, as you mentioned there yourself, if people want to look up dynamic stretching on YouTube or other areas, there's plenty of advice on that as well.
There is indeed, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Next
Okay.
question. What's the best time to do strength and conditioning when running 4 days a week? So we're going to use this plan as the example. So running Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. That's the plan. Where would people fit a strength and conditioning program into that?
Okay, so I think where you would fit the strength and conditioning in is kind of midweek into the Thursday or Friday when you're not doing the running. Later on, if we were incorporating a workout day in here, more intense session, you would try to make sure that strength and conditioning is not the day before that workout, so not to have heavy legs going into the actual harder workout session.
Okay, I would say probably the Thursday is one of the better days to do a strength and conditioning. So with that, because the Tuesday, Wednesday will become your speed session, with the Saturday or Sunday being your long run for everybody.
Yeah. So
And is one day enough for strength and conditioning?
I think one day is enough for that. Because we can put things like I know like activations and different things can be done more than 1 or 2 days, but you can incorporate them into your regular routine of runs as well for 5-10 minutes and things like that.
And just on strength and conditioning, similar to the last question, there's plenty of reference points to people to go to find out, techniques or exercises they can do. But is there any key ones, lunges, squats, etc.? Would it be key ones more important than others?
Well, I think the most important thing for people that are beginners is to be looking at body weight exercises at the beginning before looking at lifting weights, that you can actually get the technique right and do body weight stuff before you look into be lifting weights and so forth.
And again, there's also, look, if people want, like, there's plenty of strength and conditioning coaches out there who will be happy to help you as well with this. So, chat away to your local gym and stuff like that as well, and they'll be more than happy to help you as well. Right, next question, Brian.
Yeah, question 3, similar in some ways, but what's better, strength and conditioning or mobility exercises?
Okay, I think the answer is both. So you have your 1 day of strength and conditioning, but mobility exercises like stuff that is used to open up the hips and activate things pre-running is important to do probably maybe a couple of times a week. But the mobility stuff shouldn't be very intensive like the strength and conditioning. That you could do more often.
That's kind of like more the maintenance more than actually
it's maintenance and keeping injury free is more.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So what we might do over, the next few weeks is we can even see, we might even try to do for people a few smaller videos for people with a couple of these as well. Brian there doing some, strength and conditioning, and Ken doing some mobility work. We get that together for people.
Can be done, yeah.
So it can be easily done. So next question. We got in. Is it too late to start this program at week 3?
No, it's definitely not too late, but if you want to kind of seek further advice from us and like give us a bit more information on where you're at with your runs, we can kind of maybe tailor it a bit better for you. If you might say to us, listen, I'm only up to 20 or 30 minutes, we can kind of adjust it slightly for you. If you kind of ask us more detail, right, I'm only at 20 minutes on this run right now, and we can kind of clarify things a bit better for you.
Yeah, and I also think, look, again, everyone's goal is going to be slightly different. So it's, keep that in mind as well. What are we now? 12 weeks, 15 weeks out, isn't it?
Yeah, so there's plenty of time.
Or no, 14 weeks out, Jesus.
14, yeah,
so you still have plenty of time.
Still plenty of time, yeah. And depends on someone's fitness level anyway already. Like if someone has a bit of a base level fitness, probably helps as well.
Yeah,
if you put a base going in,
yeah.
Okay, I've got one question I'm going to finish on very briefly. All right. Is it a cool down or is it a warm down? And all I want is a single answer from each of you. Brian first.
100% a cool down.
Ken.
Definitely a warm down.
And with that note, Ken has never arrived back into this place.
Yeah, Ken will be replaced next week.
Getting kicked out because I didn't agree with Damien.
It is 110% a cool down. But look, this is not for the podcast. We're going to save this for the podcast. Listen out on next Monday, episode 82, and we will have a brief discussion about it.
We'll figure out who Damien pays off to say what he says.
Yeah. Right. Week 3.
Right.
Briefly again, just for people, Tuesday 25 to 30 minutes, Wednesday 35 to 40 minutes, Saturday 20 to 25, and Sunday 1 hour 10 to 1 hour 20. And again, chop and change them days to suit yourself. Just get out there, enjoy it, and get the legs going. I think that's pretty much it for right now, and the sessions will start in a couple of weeks.
Very good.
Yeah.
Brian,
good.
Ken, thank you very much. Week
Thank you.
3, best of luck to everyone taking part.
Best of luck.